This August 7th, 2025 meeting of the Dublin City Council is hereby called to order. Please rise for the invocation, which I'd request that our City Marketing Director, Renee Cook, provide for us. After the invocation, please remain standing for the pledge to the flag. Ms. Cook.
May we pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for the wonderful community that we live in, and work hard to make better in many, many directions. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for our mayor and our council members and all the work that they do and all of the purpose that they serve for our community. Thank you for those who came out tonight to listen, to learn, and to be heard, and we appreciate them for coming. Thank you for everyone who's able to work and have a job, and for our health. Dear Lord Jesus, please be with us as we complete this meeting and go home to our loved ones. We love you and we appreciate the city of Dublin, Georgia. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you all for coming this evening. I want to begin by just making a couple of comments. Before this evening's meeting, we had the opportunity to launch the Mayor's Reading Club through a proclamation. August 7th was declared as Mayor's Reading Club Day in the city of Dublin. We had a group of school children that came to City Hall. We read a couple of books to them, gave them a tour of City Hall, and launched the program. So at this time, I'd like for the co-chairmen of the Mayor's Reading Club, which are Benny Jones and Councilman Sarah Colby, if they would just give a little information to the public about the Mayor's Reading Club and what's going to be happening with that. I don't know, Benny, you want to start, or Sarah? Sarah?
We're just so excited to continue to build literacy efforts and encourage our parents and our guardians, our loved ones, to read to their children. We know from research that the love of reading is actually passed on in a loving environment. When you're sitting beside someone reading, all those great endorphins are released, and children and adults continue to read because of those great feelings that they had about the adult reading with them. So we're excited about the Mayor's Reading Club. We will be choosing multiple locations throughout the city where children already are, and we're going to be matching those locations up with guest readers. So if you're interested in participating, you have a location that you'd like to suggest, or you'd like to be a guest reader, come and read with us and continue to pursue literacy efforts in our city.
All right. Thank you, Councilman Colby. Councilman Jones?
Yes, thank you. Like she said, we just want to encourage literacy. We know that's the foundation of our economy, and also we want to encourage literacy throughout, not only in school, after school, not just 180 days, but 360 days. We want to encourage it in the home. So these are, we want to think outside the box. We want to think outside the box and come up with ideas to encourage them to read, and reading in the home. Not only children read, but we know it starts with the parents. The parents start reading to the children, then they pick up a love of reading, as Councilwoman Colby said. But we want to encourage that. So this will be an opportunity to do that and to encourage reading, and hopefully let people know, not only in our community but in surrounding communities and people that want to move to Dublin, that we support literacy here in the city of Dublin. Thank you.
All right, I want to say thank you to both Councilman Jones and Councilman Colby for, one, bringing this program to my attention and spearheading it, agreeing to lead it and bring it into the community. I'll also be requesting that all the council members find a day and a place to read, to show by our actions that we support literacy for children and be good role models for the rest of the community. So I know that Councilman Colby and Councilman Jones will be providing all of us with some dates and times and places where we can read ourselves.
Are there any special requirements for someone to read to the kids? Anybody can read anywhere?
Yeah.
Very good.
So I think that there's going to be an organizational meeting in the next couple of weeks, and they're going to get together a list of the dates and places, and then start matching that with volunteer readers. So if anybody in the public is interested in participating, we encourage you to contact City Hall, and we can get you put on that list if you're interested in reading. All right, at this time we're going to move into the regular agenda items. The first agenda item is approval of the July 17th City Council meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion for approval.
We have a motion from Councilman Griggs, a second from Councilman Mascara to approve the July 17th meeting minutes. Any discussion on the motion? If there's no discussion, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. The second is approval of bills over $15,000. We have those bills in our packet. Does any council member have a question regarding the bills that are listed in our packet? If not, do we have a motion?
Motion to pay the bills.
Second.
All right, we have a motion from Councilman Smith, a second from Councilman Godfrey to approve the bills. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
If any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The bills are approved. Next, we move to item number 3, which is purchases over $15,000. We do have, I think, 5 purchases on tonight's agenda, so I would ask for our city manager, Josh Powell, to go through each of those purchases. I believe that we'll be able to take those all through one vote. So if you want to go through all 5 of them, we'll have a single vote on them. Thank you.
Sure. First is for our fire department. It's fire rescue tools that are used on the fire trucks. This is converting some currently gas-operated equipment to be battery-operated. These are Hurst hydraulic rescue tools. It includes a spreader, cutter, ram bar, and batteries, mounting brackets, and chargers. It's from MES Life Safety as the vendor. It's under a Sourcewell contract for $34,090.14. We ask that you approve that purchase. The second purchase is a 2021.
Can I stop you there for
Yep.
1 second? And this is something that we hear a good bit, a Sourcewell contract. For the public's benefit, can you just very briefly explain what a Sourcewell contract is?
Sure. Our normal procurement rules require us to go and get multiple quotes or bids on various things that we purchase. But there are companies out there, and the state participates in this a lot of times, that go out and do that procurement for you so that you can tag on to their procurement, and they've already gone through the vetting to find the lowest cost provider. And so Sourcewell is one of those companies that does that, and many municipalities and local governments use them for their procurement purposes to save the trouble of having to go through that process. And so that's essentially what it is.
Basically, and this is the way it was explained to me, is it saves our city time and resources and labor because we don't have to go out and bid these things to all the different companies that might want to bid on it. So we're able to move more quickly if we use a company like Sourcewell that's already vetted and has already done the bidding procedures.
That's right.
So this is a lot of times you'll hear as we go through these purchases, our city manager refer to a Sourcewell contract, and that just means it's already been bid out by that company. All right, thank you.
Yep. Sometimes we refer to it too as a statewide contract. The next purchase is a 2021 Freightliner. This is for a truck from Freightliner of Savannah. It's actually on the Dublin Trucks Dublin Truck Parts lot over in East Dublin. The truck itself is for $49,900, and it has just over 450,000 miles on it. It has been driven and inspected by the city shop and our water utility director, which is the department that it's for. This is a truck that we used to carry a large trailer that as wastewater goes through the waste treatment plant, the solids are collected out of that process, and part of their process involves putting it on a belt press, and it squeezes out the liquids and gets the solids reduced down so that there's very few liquids in it. That solid substance is then loaded in a truck and carried out to the Lawrence County landfill, where it's mixed in for mulch. So they're using it for local mulch if you need some good heavily fertilized mulch. There's a 3-year, 350,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty on the truck for $14,500, and staff does recommend we include that in the purchase for a total purchase price of $64,800. This is a used vehicle, of course. These trucks can get well over 1 million miles on them. It's not uncommon. And this is one that just happens to meet our needs, is within our budget, and was on the lot. So we are asking that you approve this purchase. The next purchase is for Neptune radio read meters. This is for 720 meters. As you may know, the council over the last 4 years, this is the 4th year that we've done this. is working to, our goal is to replace all of our existing water meters, old water meters that exist within our system. And this is going to replace, we're trying to do about 10% of our system per year, so roughly right around 800 meters. This is 720 this year. The meters that we're purchasing are of various sizes, but the bulk of them are the 3/4 inch meter, which is what most people have for their residential water supply. The purchase is from Delta Municipal Supply. It's for Neptune drive-by radio read meters, which makes our meter readers work more efficient. And the cost is $260,594, which is within the budgeted amount. When these meters do arrive, we'll be bidding out the work to have them installed. And so that'll take place probably sometime in November or December, I would guess. The next purchase is for 2 pumps that are needed for the water department for 2 of our lift stations. One is the Alabama pump lift station, and the other is the Love's truck stop pump lift station. Within our sewer system, for those that don't know, our sewer system is largely gravity fed, which means the water just flows naturally as gravity pulls it along. But in various places across town, I think we have about 21 lift stations in our system total. These lift stations, at some point in time, the sewage has to be lifted back up to an elevation so that the gravity can take its course again. That's what these lift stations do, and each of these stations has 2 pumps, and right now they're working at 50% capacity because 1 pump at each station is down. So we're asking to purchase 2 pumps from Xylem. They're Flight pumps, which is the brand that we use, and have had great success with. The purchase price is $57,488.78, and we do have sufficient funds in the water fund to cover that cost. The last purchase is for a meter and regulator station, equipment and materials needed to replace the regulator station and meter that is currently serving natural gas to the Veterans Administration Facility campus. The purchase is specifically for 1 meter and 2 regulators from Natural Gas Trade for $32,147. And then there's other associated materials that are needed to build this regulator station, which are valves and nipples, and steel, which is the piping, from Consolidated Pipe and Supply for $2,157.50. Total purchase price is $34,304.50. This will be paid for out of the gas infrastructure account. The regulator station, the meter that currently is in place for natural gas service to the VA, is well over 30 years old and has some minor leaks in it that they're having difficulty getting parts for the materials that are there, and so it needs to be replaced completely. So our gas folks will get these materials, get the regulators, rebuild the station, and then go and install it. And it should all be accomplished within 1 day's time once they have it built and they're able to go set it in place. And that's all the purchases. We ask that you approve all those.
All right, so you've heard about purchases that relate to our various departments of the city, for the fire department, the water department, sanitation department, and gas department. Do we have any questions for staff related to any of these purchases?
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilman Griggs to approve the purchases. We have a second from Councilman Jones. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you to all the department heads who work hard to keep these different departments of the city running. I know that a lot of them aren't glamorous, but they're absolutely fundamental to our city's success. Item number 4 on the agenda is the second reading and public hearing of an ordinance to amend mayor and council compensation. Mr. Powell, will you please do the public reading?
This is ordinance 2506, an ordinance by the mayor and city council of the city of Dublin, Georgia, to amend section 2-16, compensation of the Code of Ordinances, to adjust the compensation for mayor and council, to set an effective date, and for other lawful purposes. This ordinance, after consulting with the mayor and council, doing some comparisons to other municipalities and local governments, as well as taking the inflation that we've experienced over the past several years into account, is recommended that the mayor's salary increase from $900 a month to $1,500 a month, and council members increase from $700 a month to $1,200 a month. And this will, this ordinance, if it's approved by the council tonight, will not become effective until after the next election, or after the next election and the next council is seated in January.
All right. And just for information, this is a inflation-only adjustment. This is the rate of inflation since the time of the last salary set, which was 2007, so it's rate of inflation adjustment. Now we are required to hold a public hearing on this issue, so we will close the city council meeting and open a public hearing to receive public comment related to this issue. If anyone is here to speak in favor of or in opposition to this ordinance, now is your opportunity. Is there anyone who would like to come forward and speak about this issue? All right. There's been a full and fair opportunity for the public to provide public comment on this matter at a public hearing. Nobody has come forward, so we'll close the public hearing and turn this matter over to council for action.
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve from Councilman Jones. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Councilman Godfrey. In discussion on the motion. We have no discussion, so at this time we'll have a roll call vote. Ms. Browning?
Councilman Jones.
Yes.
Councilwoman Godfrey.
Yes.
Councilwoman Colby.
Yes.
Councilman Griggs.
Yes.
Councilman Smith.
Yes.
Councilman Mascara.
No.
All right. Based on a vote of 5 to 1, the ordinance passes. All right. We'll now move to item number 5 on the agenda, which is discussion on and action on a resolution for voting equipment and early voting services for the 2025 general and special elections. I know that our city clerk, Heather Browning, is responsible for our city elections, and she gave us some information about our the contracts that we have with the county supervisor of elections, and these contracts are pursuant to that. Mr. Powell, do you have some information you'd like to provide on it?
Sure. This is, we've got a resolution that covers all 3 of these contracts. So it's Resolution 2538. It is a resolution of the mayor and council to approve and accept the terms of an agreement with Susan Rooks as the election supervisor for Lawrence County for the use of voting equipment for the 2025 election year, to approve and accept the terms of an agreement with the Lawrence County Board of Elections and Registration to conduct the early and absentee voting for the 2025 election year, and to authorize the city election superintendent to engage the services of Brad Calder for the programming, logistics, and accuracy testing of the voting equipment for the November 4th, 2025 election, to set an effective date and for other lawful purposes. We do have to, we rent essentially the voting equipment from Lawrence County, which is Susan Rooks. They do conduct the early voting for us, which is held at the registrar's office. And so that will take place between us and the Lawrence County Board of Elections and Registration, which has taken the place of the former, what was known as the county's election superintendent. And then we will be engaging the services of Brad Calder, who does the programming and logistics and accuracy testing for the voting equipment for both Lawrence County's elections and ours, as well as many others across the state.
And the cost of the services?
It's $5,000 for the conduct of the early and absentee voting, and I don't believe there's a cost associated with the use of the equipment, or do I have that backwards?
The use of the equipment is for $5,000.
The-
Of course,
The early election is for the time.
yes.
They'll bill us for their time. And then the anticipated cost for the programming is $15,000 more or less.
Okay. Any other questions for staff regarding these contracts?
That now with the time, would that be split between us and the school system because they're putting something on there also?
There is a county election
Okay.
conjunction with split it, yes.
Any other questions? All right. My understanding is we'll have more information about the elections themselves when qualification ends on August the 22nd.
That's right.
Is that right? Okay. So at this time, this is to approve the contracts that will allow the city to coordinate its election services with the county supervisor of elections. If there are no other comments or questions, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilman Mascara, a second from Councilman Jones. Any discussion on the motion? If there's no discussion on the motion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any are opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and that resolution passes. And we'll now move to item number 6 on the agenda, which is surplus. Mr. Powell.
Yep, we're asking council to declare some old, slightly used equipment as surplus. We have some police patrol vehicles that will be going out. I believe there's 3 of those on here, as well as a lot of equipment that's coming from Riverview Golf Course. So look at that, prime condition. We, ask that you let us get this off our lot. This is a beautification effort, if more than anything else.
Okay, so we're looking at the photos of the various equipment that is listed as surplus, or that we're being asked to declare as surplus. Does any council member have any questions regarding this equipment?
Make a motion, we sell it all.
All right, we have a motion from Councilman Griggs. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Councilman Jones. All those in favor of declaring these items surplus, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. That concludes the last item on our regular agenda. It's time for citizens' comments. As you know, we have opportunity for citizens to provide comments on any matters related to our local government or our city of Dublin. You have 3 minutes if you'd like to make any comments. All right. Yes, please come forward.
Good evening. My name is George Hollingsworth, and I'm here in reference to the Roscoe Bryce recreation equipment that was put on hold when the Oconee Gym was started because of the work being done, and I was wondering when would that be started up to do that equipment down at the park.
All right. What we can do is, after this meeting's over, if you'd like to come and talk with us, I think Mr. Powell can give you a timeline for that equipment.
Okay, and I wanted to say that the gym is coming along real nice, and the superintendent said that it's probably gonna come in right on time, and because they got all the goals up, and they started on the floor.
Well, we appreciate your service on the advisory committee and the work that you've done to assist with this project.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Did you want to share the tentative date for the ribbon cutting?
Are we certain enough of that date to make it?
The day, not the time.
Okay.
No, right, the date.
Okay, go ahead and.
Yeah, so we are planning on doing the ribbon cutting for the Oconee Gym on September the 18th, which will coincide with a city council meeting.
All right, so as we discussed at pre-council today, September 18th will be the ribbon cutting date for the Oconee Gym, and we're still working on the time, but we'll have that announcement pretty soon for everybody and make sure that everybody's aware so they can participate in that. Anyone else want to make a public comment? Yes.
Hello, I'm Priscilla Boston. I'm part of the Tail Fair Committee reunion, and I was wondering about the updates on Pritchard Street Park.
Okay.
Do y'all know what the update is and when it possibly be ready?
Do you have the?
Yeah.
Is that something?
Oh, I guess the question is, would it be ready by the Tail Fair reunion, October the 18th?
It will be.
So I understand that we had a contract. What's the status of the contract on that?
They are finalizing it, and then it'll have the date that they're to be substantially completed is October 15th.
October the 15th, okay.
If you want more details of that, feel free to stay after the meeting, and we can
Yeah.
give you an update on that timeline.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I will tell you this, though, that we have been pushing to try to get everything wrapped up prior to
We
that.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so we're doing everything we can to make that happen.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Make
thanks,
sure you
Priscilla.
let me know.
Oh, please let me young know.
All right. And for anybody who doesn't know, Priscilla has been a tremendous advocate for the Pritchett Street Park, or Pritchett Park renovation work and the efforts that have gone on in the Telfair area over there around Pritchett Street Park. So we appreciate the volunteerism that you've shown for the community there. Any other comments this evening? Any other comments? If not, we'll close citizens' comments. And at this time, see if we have any comments from staff. Mr. Daniels, our city treasurer, any comments this evening? All right, thank you. Our city clerk, Ms. Browning. I know things are about to get busy for you with election season coming up. Our city clerk wears many hats, and one of those is she supervises elections for the city. So when we have a city election cycle, she adds a lot of additional responsibilities. Appreciate the work that you do, Heather. All right, Mr. Jones, comments. Councilman Jones.
Thank you, Mayor. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out, and once again, I'd like to thank our employees, our staff for the hard work that they do and what all they do, and keep doing. They keeping our city looking, keep our city moving, keep our city beautiful. So we thank them for all they doing, and you know, this is the time and place where you come out, voice your opinion. We listen, and it's part of democracy. You know, you get a chance to voice your opinion. We may not agree on everything, but we may have to agree to disagree. But that's part of life. So, but I want you to keep engaging with your elected officials, keep engaging with us, keep engaging with everyone, and don't be afraid. And we just be safe out there and stay cool.
All right, thank you for those comments, Councilman Jones. Councilman Godfrey.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. Also, I would like to ask everybody to keep the soldiers and military families in your prayers for Fort Stewart. Also, I'm just grateful for the rain because my grass is green again. And just thank you all for all you do in our community, and also our employees for all the hard work that they do.
All right, thank you, Councilman. Councilman Colby.
I just want to thank everybody for coming. We had a wonderful group of children here at City Hall today, and it just made the end of my day go so much better than the start of my day. It gave me a smile this evening to see Mayor Kite on his knees before these children, reading to them and modeling what true leadership is about. I'm thankful to Benny Jones for partnering with me and allowing me to be a part of the Mayor's Reading Club, and we're excited to bring literacy efforts to the city of Dublin. I was in Valdosta, Georgia last week, and toured around some different the housing apartments there, and I was really shocked to see that there was still so much damage, so many trees on the ground, and roofs just now being replaced from Hurricane Helene. And it brought to light how hard our city has worked, how hard our employees have worked, and our leadership here to getting things, I will call it, back to as normal as we can be, right? We still see holes all around town where some beautiful old trees used to be. So I just want to give a big shout out to our community and the repairs and efforts that have been made there, and am so grateful for this community that pulls together in times of crisis, but also in times of joy. And read to a child around you. Have a great evening.
All right, thank you. And that actually reminds me of something. I've received several phone calls and comments about delays in debris pickup in various neighborhoods in town, and I just wanted to let everyone know what was going on with that. I don't know if it was because of all the extra work that occurred during the hurricane, but our street department lost a couple of trucks that are used for debris pickup. And Mr. Powell, you may be able to give us more information, but we had new trucks ordered. So we were down 2 trucks, which is why the pickup was delayed for several months in some of these neighborhoods. Can you give us an update of what the status of all that is now?
Yeah, we did have 2 trucks down for some period of time that did cause some delays, and of course, the guys that work in sanitation that go around and do the yard debris pickup, they have a route that they follow, and of course, how long it takes them to get through that route and get back around to your house again depends on how much stuff is out there to pick up. And as they have been short with their trucks, it's caused delays. It takes them longer to get around, and that means there's more and more stuff getting put out by the road. But we did get the new truck in finally, And we actually have another one the council approved for this year to order a new one, so we're going to get that before you guys for approval very soon. But we are currently still one truck down. The company has come back and taken the truck from us to make the repairs to it, because what's happened to it is fairly unique and they've not seen it before. We are working one truck short, but the guys are working very diligently to try and get the yard debris collected as soon as they possibly can. So we do appreciate your patience with us. I have gotten some phone calls, and I know that some of the council members have received inquiries about it, but they are working as best they can with the equipment that they have. So, and we're trying to do the best we can to get them updated equipment that will last longer.
Yeah, and it's an example of how there's always going to be hiccups and not everything's going to be perfect, but we need to be good about pushing good information out to the public, because I think once you have the information, you know that we're working on it and we're trying to make it better, and hopefully everybody can be patient with that, knowing that we're doing the best we can with the equipment that we have. All right, any comments, Mr. Griggs?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to thank everybody for coming and echo what everybody else has had to say, and have a good weekend.
All right, thank you, Councilman Griggs. Councilman Smith.
I just want to thank everyone for coming, and I also want to thank the community and the city for our communication efforts. I think communication is the key to the successful city, and we are actually putting action behind the words. And I just want to thank the city, and I want to thank the community for the job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Smith. Councilman Mascara.
Just want to thank everyone for coming out. To echo what Benny said, this is your council. You elect us. You need to speak to us. Let us know what you're looking for from us. With the mayor talking about the some of the hiccups in the pickup, what I saw the last couple of days, and I don't know if I've just been paying attention to it more, but everywhere I went when I drove around, I saw a city vehicle doing something. Whether it was roads, whether it was police, whether it was the guy in the fountain, it makes me know that our city leadership internally and our staff are doing a good job representing you as taxpayers and doing the things that you've asked us to get done. So it's just been apparent to me maybe I'm paying attention to it more, but it's nice to see. I mean, it's a good thing. So y'all keep coming out, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you for those comments, Councilman Mascara. Mr. Powell, any additional comments?
Yeah, I just want to give a few updates if that's okay.
Sure.
The Oconee Gym project, as was mentioned earlier by Mr. Hollingsworth, is coming along very well. They are installing the architectural lighting on the building, so hopefully soon when they get that powered up, you'll be able to see how nice it's going to look at nighttime. It's going to be nice. There's been landscaping done and irrigation done around the building, which looks very good. The last thing that we're having to do, or that we're doing, is the retaining wall on the right side of the building that's between it and the football field. We're going to address that and get that fixed up the way it should be, and create a nice path from the football field down to the gym for those that are going to use that may need to get access to the gym when they have games and practices on the fields. So that is coming along, and as you say, Mr. Hollingsworth, the project is moving along on schedule, so I'm very happy about that. The Madison Street project is coming along as well. As you can tell, they're laying those bricks one by one, so it's a very tedious process, but it's going to look very nice when it's done. And it's already kind of taking shape, and you can see it, so I'm really pleased with the progress there. They are doing we'll be laying asphalt along the road, which will be a base layer underneath the brick pavers. So just be patient with us, as intersections down the road may have to be closed for some period of time as that goes forward. You may have noticed that the tree wells, which is the little concrete squares where trees used to be on West Jackson and Jefferson Street, have been replaced, and we are going to be planting trees back in those, but we're going to wait until the proper planting season for that. So it's going to be bare for a little bit longer, so just bear with us. I do want to mention too that you may not have noticed it, but there was a large sewer project that has been concluded that replaced an old terracotta line that existed that served mostly our industrial corridor, and it ran behind YKK from Industrial Boulevard up to, and it was extended from beside YKK up to the new site where the Hawashan facility is currently under construction. That project was about an $8 million project, and it's not like the mayor said earlier, it's not pretty or glamorous, but it is a sewer project, and we were able to get favorable terms on a GFA loan and a large grant to cover the bulk of the cost of that. And there's some information about some of our projects, including the sewer project, out in the front of City Hall here. So I encourage you to stop and look at those. But I just want to say that the investment in that is very good for our community, because one of the first things that any industry or company that's coming to town wants to know is, do you have water and sewer service, and how much capacity do you have? Part of this project, the benefit of it, one, it did connect and give sewer service to the large industrial site that the Development Authority owns, that Washington is locating on, but also it replaced an old line that was letting a lot of water into our sewer system that we were then having to treat at the treatment plant, which was then eating up our capacity down there. So this is really going to help with that. I do also want to mention there was a road rage incident. I'll call it a road rage incident a few weeks ago. You may have heard about it, where one vehicle shot at another vehicle that was occupied while going down Highway 80. Our police department was able to successfully investigate that, and the individual responsible is in custody now. So I want to thank the police department for their efforts, and our chief for his leadership of the department in getting that taken care of. So that's all. Yep.
Mr. Mayor.
Well, let's, Councilman Godfrey had a question, then we'll get
go
yours. Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. Josh, do you have an update as to when we'll start the Rock the Block West Mary Street project?
I don't have, we're looking for sometime in September
September.
to start that. Mhm.
Thank you.
And the Rock the Block project is a initiative. I know that Councilman Godfrey is the liaison for that. It's to identify a particular neighborhood in the city and then bring all the various city resources to that neighborhood. Those resources include, just
Sanitation. The street department will come in and clean the street and clean out gutters. We'll get the fire department out there even to paint some fire hydrants if needed, replace street signs as needed, and do beautification effort in the right of way. We are also looking at bringing to council authorization to do some little micro grants, which would be money that we can provide to homeowners to help with making improvements, such as, repairing screen doors or painting doors, or making small repairs to the front. I mean, this would be very small grants, but just we have some money we feel like we could use for that would help with this effort.
So that should be happening over the course of the next year. And I think that we've identified the first neighborhood that they're going to work on, and information about that will be coming out in the next month. Yes, Councilman Mascara.
So I was looking at Chief Cutler back there, and I left something very big out. I named everybody except the fire department. Well, 2 Mondays ago, I walked out onto the deck of the brewery, and my entire smoker was engulfed in flames. And so much so that it melted the side of the food truck. But I want to brag on Chief and his guys. They responded within 2 minutes. They were there. I think I got lucky. I think they were eating somewhere. No, but they were there quickly. And I've only had a fire response once in my life other than that. And the professionalism and the leaders working and being hands-on and watching those young firefighters jump in without fear. I just want you to know our fire department is jam up all around. I just wanted to give you kudos on that, Chief. So I'm sorry I gave the police guys some credit, but I didn't give you any. So thank you for that, brother.
It's being fair. All right.
And it was a cleaning service for my smoker. I mean,
All right. Any other comments since we've kind of gone around again? Okay. If no other comments, appreciate you coming. This meeting is now adjourned.
I didn't choose it. They chose it.
yeah, no.